At this stage of the game, I take my life in my hands every single time I feed my baby goslings. So as a lot of you guys know, recently we had our pilgrim geese hatch out a clutch of eggs. That clutch of eggs produced 3 baby goslings, and they are stinking adorable. The only challenge is my flock of 5 pilgrim geese is rather protective. So each time that I try to go into the goose shelter at this point, I get attacked.
Hey, Justin, no. Hey, no.
I feel very lucky to be able to say that all of my fingers are still in good working order. But unfortunately, because I'm a good goose caretaker, I need to get in there every day, and I need to change the water, and I need to add more food. So I figured I'd roll the video cameras and let you guys witness this horrific process.
Back off, Justin.
Justin Finch Fletchley, our gander, is wicked protective. I don't fault him at all for doing that. It's just what he was meant to do. The other goose that we have, the other one that you see here, she is actually a female Emden. She's probably the second most protective goose that we have in the house. All right, let's see if I can get the water poured now.
Hey, easy, back off. Back off, back off.
So this is tricky because I need to get in there and I need to replace the adult water, I need to replace the little baby water, and I need to add more food to the feeder. Okay, so I just filled up the adult waterer, but I gotta put this brick inside the waterer. If I don't have a brick like this, the little goslings might go in there and they could drown.
Easy, Justin.
Oh, hey, easy. I'm so just a friend helping out here. So this red waterer is for the baby birds. They can just get their head in and get a little drink. Hey. Ah! Whoa, easy. Look, I'm gonna need my guard stick. Whoa. Easy, gal. Hey, easy. So I've got the water all set, but now I've got to venture further in to get the feeder and add new feed.
Whoa, back off.
So I'll take what remains of the old feed, leave it for the chickens, and then I add my own special mix of waterfowl feed. It's a combination of chicken growth starter for chicks, and I add brewer's yeast as a supplement to make sure they get the appropriate amount of niacin. All right, wish me luck. Hopefully I walk away with all of my fingers still intact.
Easy, guys. Still, I'm such a friend.
Whoa.
Easy, Justin.
Whew. All 5 birds have stayed in that nest over the last couple of days, and I'm wondering if I need to force them out in the near future. Probably soon, but I want to let the babies get a little bit bigger before I have them outside more. Now you guys might have noticed that I said 3 baby goslings were hatched at the beginning, but if you were watching me try to add the feeders in there, you probably only saw 2 of them. Well, that's because I have a little bit of a sad story. So I originally started out by trying to hatch 9 goose eggs, and it has been 34 days since I first set those eggs out there. Even though the mom geese still seem broody and they've been sitting on the nest and I've left the eggs in place, my hunch is that those 3 eggs that hatched are gonna be the only ones that hatch, which is maybe understandable. The temperatures have been really, really cold for May. We actually just had a snowstorm the other day on the day that the goslings were born. It's been wet and rainy and it's just not good hatching weather. And so I think the odds of me getting more than 3 naturally hatched goslings are low. There's still 2 out there in the goose house, but there was a 3rd gosling that, I don't know what it was, but she seemed to like have no will to live. I kept finding her in precarious situations. 3 different times she actually snuck out of the back of the chicken tractor and got outside and was wandering around, and I came out here to find her loose and alone and crying. What are you doing, little one? She could have very easily become barn cat fodder or pecked to death by the chickens, but somehow she miraculously survived. I also at one point found her inside the water dish, swimming around and refusing to get out and refusing to use the brick that I use as a little step to let the goslings get out, and so I think she was trying to drown herself. Like I said, this little girl seemed to have no will to live. I came to the conclusion that if this gosling stayed outside much longer, she would find some sort of way to off herself. So I decided to bring her inside, and she's now living inside with her brothers and sisters. There she is. See that little gosling right down there. So I decided that since she was such a risk to herself, that she was much better off being brought inside and staying with her brothers and sisters and cousin Ron Swanson. It's kind of funny when you see the size difference of the 2 of them side by side. You know, here they are, brother and sister, and they're only about a week apart in age, but it's a big, big difference. She's about maybe 2-3 days old. He's about maybe about a week old. And you can just really see the big difference. But they're both good. They're both really good. I was really worried that she was gonna get overwhelmed by their size and get bullied and picked on or not get access to food, but it hasn't been an issue at all. And overall, the goslings that we have indoors are doing great. They're very chill, they're very relaxed, they're very human friendly. They're gonna be a good bunch of birds. I'm gonna add them to my breeding flock. I probably need to add a few extra male ganders and maybe trade a couple of these ganders for other people's ganders, just so I have some good genetic diversity. But beyond that, I'm feeling pretty happy about how the situation's playing out. I'm still brooding these birds indoors, and you guys will see in a future video very soon what's gonna come and the reason I'm not using the big brooder that I built outside. But trust me, it's a really good reason to keep them separate. And as far as our lone duckling, Ron Swanson, he is doing really well. As I mentioned in a previous video, Allison and I named him Ron Swanson after the legendary Ron Swanson.
Sir, I'm talking to you! Sir! Sir.
When I first looked at this bird, I actually tried to do vent sexing of her, watched a video on it and gave it a shot myself, and I'm not 100% confident, but I thought it was a boy.
Once you see that penis pop out, you know it's a male.
But based on the color, I'm actually wondering if it's a girl. So the way a lot of bird genetics work, I guess, as I was reading up on this, if they're a female, they will match the color of their father if it's a different colored father with a Cayuga mother. And so since I know that her mother was Cayuga, and there's a high probability that the father was a Khaki Campbell, and if I look at this little duckling right here, she looks almost identical to the Khaki Campbells that I've raised in years past. So that makes Ron Swanson a lady.
Do you understand?
She's still Allison's favorite duck. Allison likes to play with her every night, and they'll sit and watch Parks and Recreation together. And as a result of that, I think Ron Swanson here has really learned to nestle up against your neck. Having a duckling cuddle up with you like this is maybe the sweetest feeling on earth. It was a beautiful morning this morning, but it is horribly rainy this evening. Hey Bernie, you look so soggy. Oh Bernie, she's the sad sack chicken. We're waiting to get her a couple more silkies. They're on their way. Hey, Toby dog. How's it going, buddy boy? Oh, you are such a soggy mess. You're such a soggy mess, my pup. Oh, you look like a rugby player who's just been through a whole mud match, man. Whew. How you doing, buddy? All right, Toby dog, what do we say? We say, all ducks go to bed. All ducks go to bed. Oh, they're coming in from the field. Oh, shoot. You see that way over there on the other side of the fence? There's a duck that escaped. We gotta go get her. Come on, Toby, we gotta go get that duck. Let's go. Come on, we're going into duck rescue mode. Let's go, bud. Actually, I see 2 of them that escaped. All right, Toby, let's make a break in the fence here. We'll get them back in. All right, Toby, let's go get that duck. Come on. Let's go. We gotta spring into action. Now remember, Toby, we don't go right at them. We go wide so we can drive them along the fence. You 2 troublemakers. I don't even... The natural pond is like right over here. The rest of this stuff has always just been overflow that floods in the springtime. And this is a swale that we dug to drive water down towards the pond as it collects out and around here. But it looks like I gotta pin that down so they can't sneak under it. I see him, look. You gotta protect your flock. Good boy, Toby. Yes. I am so proud of you, Toby dog. That's a good pepperoni pizza right there. I'm so proud of you, bud. Good job, yes. Yes. Hey, Samson, take it easy there. Easy, Samson. Good night, ducks. Okay, Toby, have a good night. You're in charge, buddy. Let's go, Pablo. If you guys enjoyed this video but haven't gotten enough of your Goldshaw farm fix, check out this older video where I tried to herd some ducks with a drone. It was kind of a disaster.